The 20th century saw a confrontation between two opposing systems, capitalism and socialism. The example of the Soviet Union that proclaimed equality of all nations and all classes of society posed a threat to capitalism.
The United States and Great Britain were equally suspicious of the Soviet Union. It was communism. It was seen as a direct threat to the democratic capitalist systems in the West. And so they were as uneasy with the Soviet Union as they were with Germany.
1938. The Austrian Anschluss. The partition of Czechoslovakia by Germany, Poland and Hungary. The beginning of World War II. Having realized the danger in March 1939, the Soviet Union proposed an anti-fascist alliance to Western countries.
The Soviets been trying to rally the West, make a stand with them against fascism. They opposed Munich. They opposed allowing Hitler into Czechoslovakia, but nobody would do that. So it wasn't just in 1939 when the Soviets proposed an alliance with Britain and France against Hitler. It had been actually throughout the last half of the 1930s that the Soviets were pushing for that. Had that happened, we could have stopped Hitler. We could have prevented the Holocaust. We could have prevented World War II, because Hitler was weak and knew he was weak, and he was bluffing and assuming that the West was not going to stand up to him, that the West was hoping, and many elements in the West were hoping, that he was just going to go east. And so in the 30s, the Soviets are the ones who are most strongly opposed to the Nazis.
The Moscow negotiations between the USSR, UK and France had stalled, because at the same time London hosted secret Anglo-German negotiations. In exchange for the British Empire's integrity, the British greenlit a German march to the east. And despite the absence of a formal agreement, Hitler was given to understand that he was free to act in the east and shouldn't worry about the West. When we speak of new territory in Europe today, we must principally think of Russia. That colossal empire in the east is ripe for dissolution. Adolf Hitler, Mein Kampf.
Hitler makes clear in Mein Kampf in 1925 that the real goal is to take over Ukraine and going to the east against the Soviet Union. That was always Hitler's real goal. And the Europeans understood that in some ways.
Poland, too, was preparing to invade the USSR with Hitler. The dismemberment of Russia lies at the heart of the Polish policy in the East. The main goal is to weaken and defeat Russia. From a report by the Polish Army General Staff Intelligence Branch. But Hitler had other plans that didn't involve Poland.
Also, es war vorgesehen eine Neuaufteilung der Welt, geografische Neuaufteilung, und damit verbunden die Beseitigung der UdSSR. Das war die Lage, in der sie versetzt waren.
Journalist Jan Engelgard is curator at the Museum of Polish History in Warsaw.
Znajdujemy się przed fotografią, która przedstawia wspólną defiladę wojsk radzieckich i niemieckich we wrześniu 1939 roku po pakcie Ribbentrop-Mołotow. To jest ważna fotografia, bo przedstawia ona wydarzenia, które w polskiej pamięci historycznej odgrywa bardzo dużą rolę. Nie ma tutaj miejsca na fałszowanie historii, bo takie fakty istniały.
But there were other facts too, about which the West prefers to keep silent. The Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact was only signed after all leading European powers had made deals with Hitler. 1933. Germany, France, UK and Italy signed the Four-Power Pact. 1934. Poland and Germany sign a non-aggression declaration. 1935. The UK and Germany sign a naval agreement. 1938. The UK, France and Italy agree to the partition of Czechoslovakia between Germany, Poland and Hungary. 1939. Latvia and Estonia sign non-aggression pacts with Germany.
Es war klar, dass ein Angriff von Deutschland drohte. Und wenn die Sowjetunion nicht bestimmte Maßnahmen ergriffen hätte zu diesem Zeitpunkt, dann wäre das einfach fahrlässig gewesen, auch dem eigenen Volk gegenüber, wenn ein aggressiver Gegner an den Grenzen steht und dort ganze Armeen auffährt.